All right, Shalom. First, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Double honors to the venerable elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the house of David, which are the elect. All right, so there's a brother Aharon and Bakar Math from the Men of Valor camp. And, through the Spirit, I just wanted to do a quick response to the elder apostle Tahar's video that he did. Basically, a few days ago, I believe 2 days ago, he said he was in the Bronx, that's where we live. And it's funny too, because where he did the video, that church, the Jehovah Witness church that he did the video at, is close to where we live at, man. I believe it's on East Tremont. That's around where we live. Okay, so
yeah, I think it could have been that one, because they have a lot. They have a lot of
Jehovah Witness churches and stuff
around, and this is the spirit too, because just about a week or two ago, I came across one of them on my way to the gym, and then they ended up, I went over there, saw the building and everything. It's the same kind of building, and they have a lot of so-called African Americans, Ghanaians. They have a lot of them who attend that,
Yeah, con. So, he posted a video basically on the name of the Most High, okay, and how they have the name. It says Yehovah. All right, so I was on my way to the plantation and I saw that video, and I was like, oh wow, that looks very familiar, because we were born in Ghana, Ashanti, the western part of Africa, whatever, and we found out the truth, and we came into the truth. We found out the name of the Lord, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Yahweh being the Heavenly Father, Yahushai being the Son. We found out the name of the truth. We found out that we're Israelites. You know what I mean? So everything changed, but, just to get back on topic, so I saw the name, it says Yehovah, and I was like, yo, this looks familiar, because in Ghana, that's what they call the Lord. The name of the Lord is Yehovah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny too, because that's not the name of the Son. They refer to the Most High Himself as Yehovah.
God.
And that's very, very, what's the difference? Like, that's so close to what? Yahweh.
Right.
Right.
And
of course they're not gonna have the perfect Hebrew, because it's been so long. All right, the dialect eventually changed, but there's still certain words and certain things that stay within the language. Certain customs that they still keep over there.
God. Hey, so the name is Akan, okay, the Akan people, and they're from the Ashanti tribe, basically. And just basically the name was Yehovah. Okay, that's what I saw. So this morning, through the Spirit, when I woke up, I was like, yo. So I watched the video again, because I didn't really get to finish it. So I watched it again, just to watch the whole thing. And the Spirit hit me, so I wrote in the comment section, just to let the elder know, apostle know, that that's a spirit, because that's what the people of Ghana, that's how they call the name of the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's Yahweh, but they say Yehovah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so just through the Spirit, I just put that in there, and then he did a follow up with it, just through the Spirit. So we decided that we're gonna just, go through the Spirit, and just for edification's sake,
Yeah, and then the word, Adanse-for.
God.
That's how it's pronounced, Adanse-for.
Yeah.
Which means what? Witness.
Yeah.
And that's why, like they wrote on you see what Jehovah Witness or Jehovah Witness, they'll say, but in tree is Yehovah Adanse-for.
Right.
Which is what? Yahweh Witness. But what were you saying about how in Ghana they would call them what? What would they call them?
Oh, they call it Jehovah Wickedness.
Yeah.
They call it Joe Wiki.
Joe Wiki. Joe short for Jehovah, and then Wiki short for wickedness. Like how refer to them as Jehovah Wickedness, because the Jake over there, they know that it's all still
still bullshit.
Exactly, some BS. It's not legit.
Yeah.
But there's just more proof coming out that the people in West Africa primarily are Israelites. Because there's a lot of customs that we keep over there. Like, for example, the circumcision. Circumcision that is on the 8th day is something that is done. It's not a question. It's a custom. It's a tradition. What was the one about the virgin? Like the same thing where where they'll use the cloth to see.
When when a woman gets married to a man, right? The first night they lay in the sheets, right? They normally use a white sheet, and after the procedure is done, you know, the man has to come out with a sheet to show the community or the women and the men of that family or the household that she was pure. You know, it signifies it symbolizes her virginity has been taken by the man. Okay, which is also a Israelite custom. You know, but you got it. But I'm gonna get you know, basically to prove that the people in the western parts of Africa are also a mixture of Israelites. Okay, predominantly the southern kingdom, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. All right.
I got a quick precept. This is Romans chapter 10 verse 2 because I believe it was last year we went to Ghana, you know, to visit. And you know, we knowing the truth now that we went, we understood why certain things are the way they are. You know, and when you really look at them, you see that it's the same thing. It's as though you're seeing the scriptures right in front of you. You know, the same way the zeal, which I have right here, Romans 10 verse 2, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. They definitely have that zeal. Everywhere you go, you see something pertaining to the Most High. Whether it's a name of a beauty salon, they'll put a Jesus beauty salon or beauty salon of something, you know, and it's all just a people of God, you know. Everywhere you go, it's just you see that zeal, although it's not according to knowledge. And although there's a balance on the right hand side, that the wickedness is also over there. You know, the same thing you read about in the book of Judges and the whole throughout the scriptures, them doing all this wickedness, they do a lot of witchcraft over there. That's one big thing that goes on. Jake does a lot in Ghana, man. They do something like called what, juju?
Yeah. And
that's like dark magic, you know. And you even have so-called pastors who use that to claim that they're doing miracles and all that stuff. But it's hey man, the same thing you read that Jake was doing in the scriptures, they do the same exact thing over there, man. They're no different. They do the same thing, and we witnessed it even since we were kids. All right, so when we came here and then we went back with the truth, we witnessed it. You know, it's the same thing, man. They're Israelites.
That's it. Yeah.
You know?
Hey. Just real quick, this is a paragraph from the book From Babylon to Timbuktu, right here on the page 84. I believe it says, in the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem, this is all secular history, okay, and it's all prophecy being fulfilled, which I'm gonna get that because the Most High put a curse on our people that He said He's gonna scatter us abroad. Amongst all these other nations. All right, so Jake literally fled from Israel, and we went to all these other different continents, man. Every single continent there is, Jake is over there, okay, to fit that prophecy. All right, it says in 70 A.D., General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter. And this is also a prophecy that Yahushua gave. Okay, where he says what the about the desolation,
abomination of desolation.
Yeah, that was spoken of in the book of Daniel. Okay, it says during the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Yeah.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews fled into Africa.
So yeah, if you even real quick, if you stop right there, people saying the people in Africa are just Africans, straight up Hamites. Well, so what happened to the million Jews that fled over there? They just disappeared. You know, it doesn't make sense. You know, people they think that the Israelites are just a mythical people that just poof, they existed in the past and then voila, they're not here anymore. That's not how it works.
Good. It says fleeing from Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves. And there it goes on, it says, and the Lord shall, this is a precept, Deuteronomy 28 verse 64, says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. Hey, and that is a big thing over there, man. Okay, like the brother brought out earlier about the black magic and stuff. Our people go deep into these things. Even the names, the naming of their children. Okay, the naming of their children, they go by days that you're born. So every single day has a so-called a spirit god or a day god, so to speak. Okay, so if you're a male born on a certain day, you get the spirit of that day, the god of that day is conjured up, and it goes into the spirit of that child. Okay, and that's how you get that name of that child. So if you're a male born on a certain day, you pick up on that name of that day. Okay, and
like a nomen omen in a
like
way.
a nomen omen, exactly. You know, just like back in the ancient times, man. But the only difference is that in ancient times, they weren't conjuring up gods to give names to children, man.
Yeah.
It was all through the spirit. Okay, it was
Yeah.
all through the spirit. So many different names, man.
Yeah, and if you,
You know?
if you watch if you watch like Nigerian movies and Ghanaian movies, I get 95% to 100% of the movies are always have to do with witchcraft in there. You know, some witches in there trying to do all this and it's showing you what they do. You know, there's something called Mamiwata, which is like a water goddess or whatever, like a mermaid kind of thing.
Right.
You know, where people would sacrifice people in the waters and so on and so forth. You know, and this is just a whole lot of witchcraft that they do. You know, but that's what Jake does, man, worshiping idols.
Yep.
You know, and that's what they've gotten into. You know, and there's a whole lot of Jakes that are like that.
Right.
You
Hey,
know,
and also, you know, just for edification, you know, understand that when Esau went over there, starting with the Portuguese, okay, they didn't bring all Jake over here, man. That's over 1 million Jews fled over there. How many? You over time, obviously they multiplied. Jake like the fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you think that happened? You think Edomites, Esau just went over there and grabbed all Jakes and brought them over here? No. You know, that is why there's similarities. You go back into the so-called Haitians or the tribe of Levi, okay? It's a mix. You come over here, you go to Haiti, and you go over to western parts of Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, Togo, Mali, Senegal, you know, all these different places. Guess what? You see the same vibe, man. You know, like the elder Apostle Paul was saying it. He was like, yo, you bring Jake children and they come here and they grow up over here, they act just like Jake
you
over here,
can't tell
man.
the difference.
You can't tell the difference.
Hey, for them when we first came over here, you know, just like after a little while, they didn't know. They would ask you where you from, and you say, "Oh, I'm," because we didn't know any better. We say, "Oh, I'm African." They're like, "What? You're African?
Yeah.
You don't look African. You don't sound African. You don't have like your features. You don't look African."
That's it.
You know, and that's because there's a difference, and Jake here can tell the difference between Hamites and Israelites, because the Hamites, they talk shit about Jake. You know, they call him a katafor and all that stuff. They talk shit about them, and they don't vibe with them. They don't help them out.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and Jake senses the spirit of another Israelite. You know.
Hey, and just you know, real quick, just to add on to it, you know, I was asking when we first got into this truth, you know, I used to ask my mom a little bit about our history, you know, because I understood that, yo, the people from western parts of Africa, majority of them are Israelites, you know. So I used to ask her, yo, you know, back in Ghana, do you guys have any historical facts that proves that, you know, the western parts of Africa was inhabited by Israelites? And she was like, yeah, there's so many different names. There's a city named Tema, which is found in the scriptures. Tema, yeah, exactly. There's different, even the customs, the culture, different things like that. You know, so I was like,
the way they dress when they're going to like ceremonies and things like that. It's funny because you have the king. He's usually carried in like
they call it a palanquin.
Yeah,
a palanquin is like a seat that he sits on, and he has a whole bunch of people who
it's like sticks on two sides, and then they hold it parallel, like one here. And you have people in the front and people in the back, and they'll be holding it. And you have somebody who's fanning him as he's going.
You know, he's decked out in gold. He has a crown on top of his head.
Has the neck things, you know, and the way they dress, they don't wear no suit and tie, none of that, man. It's like a garment in a way where like one shoulder is exposed, but you wrap it around yourself basically, you know, and then they wear some, you know, it's like a traditional
clothing basically.
The shoes, the slippers. I forgot what it's called.
It's like a sandal,
something like that. Yeah. You know,
Lord willing, you know, we could get into this, and just for edification, you know. Because you have to understand that western parts of Africa, man, you go over there right now, it's all Jakes. The women, the food, the vibe, you know, everything is straight up. You come over here, there is no difference, man. The type of bullshit that Jake likes to do, the idol worship, the supplanting, the disobedience, You know, and then you have your good Jakes in there who are, you know, they're level-minded people that you can actually deal with as well, just like here. You know, like if I met you somewhere else and I never told you that I was born in Ghana and I came here at the age of 12 or 13, whatever, you would never even imagine that I'm from Ghana.
God.
You know?
Yeah. And one thing also that Jake does over there is, you know, how you reading the scriptures, it'll tell you how, you know, you might be traveling from one land to another, and then let's say it's late, and you know you might need to stay with a, you know, a brother or something over there. They do that over there, you know, where it's not, you can knock on your neighbor's door in need of something, and they'll be willing to help you.
Yeah.
Over here, you asking for sugar, and they calling the cops on you or something.
Yeah.
You know, but over there it's different. You know, your parents might not be home. You know, you might go to your next door neighbor, and they'll cook for you. You know, they'll make fufu, they'll take care of you. You know, and then maybe if it's late, they'll walk you home or something.
Yeah.
You know, Jake still has that family type thing where they see each other as you know, relatives.
That's it.
You know,
yeah,
and that's also one of it.
That's it. And also, you know, this goes back into history a little bit. We're not trying to make this too long either, but just real quick, you go back into the history of the Ashantis. You know, just back to what I was saying earlier about what my mom was telling me. You know, basically, our line goes back to the royal kings and priests that were over there. So it's not a surprise why we got into this truth and we're doing what we do right now, man. It was just a matter of time, you know. But you know, just real quick, there were so many different wars that happened in Ghana between the Israelites over there against Esau, man. Okay, there was a lady called Ya Asantua.
Yeah.
Okay, Ya Asantua, and she was going to war against these Edomites, man.
Oh yeah, she gave them help. If you research it, it'll show you. You know, a lot of them they had trouble getting Jake to go with them, man. Jake, they fought and they beat Esau's ass, man.
That's it, yeah.
You know, because Jake had that fiery spirit of like, we're not surrendering with this, man. You know, and it was there's one about the stool,
the golden stool,
and then there was one where it's a sword, right? And basically, and it's still there in Ghana today. You know, they built like a museum thing around it where it's a sword that I forget the dude's name.
A comfort, which means a priest or somebody who has spiritual power. A comfort, a comfort anoche was his name, and he was basically he basically commanded a golden stool from the heavens.
Yeah.
And he also commanded, he had a sword that he was born with. He came out the womb with that sword. This is some crazy shit that, you know, I never chose to believe, but you know, that's what they say, right? You know, history has it. That's what they always say.
They pass it on down, you know. They tell you, yeah, this is what happened.
Yeah,
you know.
And he threw that sword into the ground, and it was made out of gold, by the way. He threw it into the ground until today. It's still there in Kumasi.
Yeah.
Okay, it's still there today. And these the British came over there trying to dig out the sword.
They brought machines and all that, trying to take it out. And
everything. It still never came out. It's still in the ground till today. So they just built a little wall around it to keep it there as a monument or whatever. But
I heard as they try to dig, it will go deeper and deeper.
Lower, yeah.
You know, as they try to dig around it to get it, and it will go deeper and deeper.
God.
You know, and hey, that's just the spirituality of things, man.
Hey, just to finish this off real quick, it says, and the Lord shall scatter. Oh yeah, I got that. It says this prophecy and all the residue of the prophecies contained in Deuteronomy 28:15-68 befell the black Jews after they disobeyed the laws of the Heavenly Father. Many nations transported the Jews into slavery, and the sons of Israel transmigrated in every continent. Okay, the sons of Israel, which Ashan, okay, the word Ashan, I believe is also a city in Judah, right?
Somewhere along there.
A city in Judah. He was one of the sons, I believe. I forget what line he goes back to, you know. But the word T means like a son of, or basically a people of Ashan. Okay, so again, you go, you know, the Igbos, okay, of Nigeria, okay, they know Ghana, Nigeria, all that's all, they were all one people. Judah, Benjamin, Levi, but then Esau came over there and put that split.
He tried, even the same foods. You know, you go to Jamaica, they eat something called kenke.
Yeah,
and there's the same thing that you find in Ghana where they eat it. You know, it's the same thing, man. We're just same people put in different locations. And that's what makes people think that we're different.
Right.
You know, and it's not only the Ashantis. You have a Kriapim, you know, which really one thing that's somewhat different is the dialect. It's the same thing. You understand it. It's just spoken just a little bit different.
God.
You know. That's all it is, you know. But hey, we're telling you this from experience because we lived in Ghana basically for the most part of our lives. You know, we experienced it. We we grew up there, you know. But we didn't really understand. We didn't have the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we had the truth, things made sense, you know, as to why certain things happened the way they did. Why our people acted the way they did. You know, and then you see, oh man, these are the Israelites because the same thing you read about is the same thing you remember. Oh man, they do the same thing over there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
but hey, just to you know, finish it off with a comment that the brother left. You know, was the Sons of the Power 12. It said, Shalom Apostle Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Barakatha. That is the Akan language. Yeah, Akan language spoken by the Ashanti people of Ghana. You know, yeah, that's the primary language. It says that is how they say the Lord's name. Yeah, like we went over Yehovah. You know, which we know that the Lord's true name is Yahweh. You know, and then they also say Yesu for
Yesu Christo.
Yesu Christo for Jesus Christ. You know, which that's what the Greeks called him. They didn't say Jesus, they say Jesus. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's the same thing that they do. And the Hispanics, well, that's the same thing they say. You know. So it says the word Adansifor, yeah, like we went over, means witness. So Yehovah Adansifor, basically Yahweh's witness. Yeah, you know, that's the, and Ahene means kingdom.
Right.
Yep.
Ahene. Ahene will be a king.
Yeah.
And Ahene is like in Hebrew, you say Yam, which is plural. Ahene will be plural for king. So it'll be kings or kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now it's interesting too because on that church or the wall, whatever that thing is, it says it has it in English, it has it in Spanish, and it has it in the Akan language, which is Tree. Okay, so that's spiritual in and of itself. It's showing you, they're telling you, okay, that through English or whatever language that the word is coming out through is going through the Northern Kingdom and the Southern Kingdom, man.
Yeah, God. Because
Okay.
they have a lot of those kingdom halls built this in Ghana, this all around here.
Yeah.
You know, they have them everywhere, man. And primarily who you see in there, Jake, of course, following different philosophies, man, because of the zeal. But once again, man, it's not according to knowledge.
That's it.
You know, but this is just a little inkling of the things. We can go on for days about the similarities between the Israelites and you know, the people in West Africa. You know, it's the same people. You know, and we can tell you because we've seen them. You know, we know the proof. We read it and we see it.
We are proof.
Yeah, we are proof. Exactly. You know,
so,
here it is. We thought when we first heard the truth, we thought we were Hamites.
Yeah.
You know, man, I know I was scared. My heart was beating because I'm like, yo, I understand this. I love this truth. I believe it.
God.
But like, damn, I'm really gonna go into slavery because of what? Like, you know, I didn't. Hey, but through the Spirit, man, you get understanding, and it's a beautiful thing.
You know, so we hopefully this was edifying unto the elect. All right, we'll close it out. We'd like to say, call hello, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. The water, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.
Shalom.